Hey guys, welcome back to the Delegate Your Way to Success podcast. Today I am with Brandon Leibowitz from SEO Optimizers. Hey Brandon, I'm so
Right.
excited to get to know you more and to talk more about SEO strategies. Welcome.
Likewise. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited to share some tips and advice to help get more traffic or free traffic from Google and help keep you inspired and keep you motivated to keep working through that business and
Mm-hmm.
keep it
Yeah,
going.
I love free stuff, so I'm so excited. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yeah. So my name is Brandon and Leibowitz. I've been involved with digital marketing for the past 13 years, helping out websites get more traffic. I've been helping out with social media, email marketing, doing Google ads, paid ads on like social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but really focus more on SEO, which is called search engine optimization, which gets you free traffic. All those ways I talked about definitely work. I'm not saying don't do email or don't do paid ads. They work, but just long-term SEO, it's free traffic from Google. So that's really what I focus on is why pay when you could get up there for free? I mean, you have to invest your time and some money, but it's a lot cheaper than running ads in the long run. So that's really
Exactly.
the focus. Yeah, is get that free traffic.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. So, I want to learn more about the strategies that you currently have in order to help business owners get to the first page of Google or to get free traffic from Google this year.
Yeah, no, the main one is really just optimizing your website. So putting
Mm-hmm.
keywords in the different areas that your website or that Google's looking at. So going into the coding, every platform is different depending on
Mm-hmm.
your WordPress, Shopify, Wix, Squarespace, custom coded, Joomla, Magento. All of them are slightly different, but in there are usually SEO settings, and it would say SEO title tag or SEO meta description, and you want to start filling those tags out. And it's tough for me to really go in depth about those. I have other classes or videos I put out. If you just search my name, Brandon Leibowitz,
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube, you'll find videos that really go in depth about that stuff. But it's all about putting keywords in your website. Google look in the different areas that Google's looking at. That helps them better understand what your website's about. But really, content, the more content you have on your website, the better off it's going to be. So having lots of content, Google reads all that content, reads all the coding on your website, throw it in their algorithm and try to figure out how to rank you. But they don't really trust the keywords. Like I was saying before, I could build a website and I could say I'm a doctor, and Google's gonna be like, "Are you really a doctor? We don't trust you just because you say you're a doctor. We don't want to send people to your doctor's office and then find out you're tricky or scamming people because a lot of people do that." So Google
Mm-hmm.
wants to see that my doctor's office is mentioned on like WebMD or Yelp and Yellow Pages and MapQuest, or maybe I have a press release or all the other stuff, because the more sites that Google sees that you're published on, the more trust Google's going to have, because Google really does not trust anybody. And trust, the backlinks are the biggest part of SEO. Without getting backlinks, it's impossible to rank on Google. You can put keywords all over your website, Google's never going to rank you without backlinks. Backlinks
Which
are how
which
Google's
is very
algorithms.
hard.
Yeah.
Backlinks, it's very tricky. So, what is your recommendation? To get more backlinks.
Yeah, there's a ton of different ways to build backlinks, but it's all about building quality, not quantity. So in the past, if I had 100 backlinks and you had 101 backlinks, you would rank higher than me. Now it's really the quality of the backlinks. So if I have 10 really high quality backlinks and you have 100 really low quality ones, I'd probably rank higher than you. So it's all about getting quality backlinks, which means relevant websites. That's really the main thing, is relevancy. Like if I get, let's go back to like the doctor, like doctor's office, if they got a backlink from my SEO company, Google's gonna be like, that's a little strange. Why is an SEO company giving this doctor a backlink? Doesn't really align. So if another doctor gave that doctor a backlink, that would make more sense. So relevancy is really important, and authoritativeness. Like getting a backlink from my website is good. My website is not bad, but if you got a backlink from Forbes or Huffington Post or Wall Street Journal or Wikipedia, any of these bigger sites, they pass on more SEO value as well. So those are kind of like the two things, is relevancy and authoritativeness. Trying when you're building those backlinks. And when I build them, just spying the competition, there's tools out there like Ahrefs and Moz and SEMrush that let you look at backlinks. Or the safest way I build it is by blogging on other people's websites. So by essentially guest blogging instead of blogging on my own website, which doesn't really do too much. It's okay to blog on your own website, but doesn't really do too much for SEO. It's okay. It's not bad, but it's a lot better to take that blog post that you publish on your own website and publish it on somebody else's website and get a backlink that way. That's the safest way that I build backlinks nowadays in 2021, or I've been building them probably the past 7-8 years, is by blogging on other websites. Safest way, because if you build the wrong type of backlinks, instead of ranking higher, you're actually going to drop down because Google will penalize you if you go on sites like Fiverr, places like that, to buy backlinks where it's just too good to be true. You can't buy 100 backlinks for $5. So it's all about
Right.
quality, not quantity anymore. So in the past, you could buy a bunch of backlinks from the sites and you would rank, but now you want to go focus on high quality backlinks
Google is getting smarter.
every day because they see that what I've been doing or what other people have been doing in the past, and they're like, wait, we see what you're doing. You're trying to trick us. So they're really on top of all those different strategies. So it's best not even to
Wow.
try to trick Google, because the last thing I would want to happen to my website or any of my clients or anybody's website is to get penalized. So you just want to make sure you could read Google Webmaster guidelines. They'll tell you what they're looking for, but you got to take everything with a grain of salt, because Google's not going to tell you really what they're looking for. They don't want you to really do SEO. They want you to spend money on ads. That's how they make all their money. They don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to have SEO, because if it's full of ads, the first page of Google, you're gonna be like, I'm going on DuckDuckGo or Bing or Yahoo. So they have to have the organic, the SEO results, and the ads, but they don't want to. They don't want you
That's
to click on those SEO, the organic results. They're losing out on revenue from that when you do
that's
that.
great insights. That's great. That's a great perspective.
Hey, busy entrepreneur. My name is Christy Yoder, founder of Smart VAs, a virtual assistant agency. We have helped so many busy entrepreneurs get their time and freedom back while still growing their businesses. Now, I have a very important question for you. Yes, you. Do you feel like you don't have time to do everything in your business and couldn't spend time with your friends and family? That's because there's a 100% chance that you are not delegating. Alright, in my experience, 7 out of 10 entrepreneurs are wasting time and money because they do everything alone and they do not know how to delegate effectively. And if you think you're good because you're so used to doing things alone and working in your business, you're the most likely candidate to be losing more time, freedom, and money. But don't worry, because we have a solution for you. We prepared a free ebook for busy entrepreneurs like you who wants to experience more freedom and flexibility by mastering the art of delegation. Smart Delegation, a fresh take, is an ebook we've put together with you in mind. It's a quick and easy read that packs a punch. It includes tools to assist you, strategies to empower you, and fresh perspectives to equip you, making the most out of such a simple key strategy, which is delegation. Download your free copy now at smartvas.online or click the link in the description below. Also, please consider supporting our channel by subscribing to it and learn more practical tips on how to grow your business without killing yourself.
So, for instance, if I have a blog post on my website, can I share that on my LinkedIn account? You know, there's like articles on LinkedIn, and then the same article, can I share that to Medium? Medium is like a website where you can blog post, right? So, if I have my article on LinkedIn and Medium, will that be considered backlinks if I link those to my website?
Yeah, so if you publish an article on your own website, and then if you publish it on Medium and you have a clickable link that points back to your website, you get a backlink from Medium. If you publish on LinkedIn or on WordPress or wherever you publish it on Blogger and it has a clickable link, it'd point back to you, then you'd be getting a backlink. But you have to be careful because most of the sites won't accept duplicate content. Whoever publishes the content first, they got all the credit. So if you publish a blog post on your website and then try to share it on Medium, I don't think, maybe Medium doesn't check, but most websites would instantly take it down because it's going to actually do more harm than good to Medium.
Yeah.
They don't want duplicate content. And social media, Google's blocked from all social media sites. So they don't count any backlinks from social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, LinkedIn, all that stuff. Google's blocked full. I think Google has a partnership with Twitter, but even then they don't count social media for backlinks because it's too easy. I could just go on Facebook and get a backlink from Facebook and that would be the best. But so anywhere where it's too easy to get backlinks, they don't count. Even Medium, I don't think they count anymore for backlinks because it's just too easy. You go on there, put your backlink in there, and there's no quality control. So blogging on other real websites is a lot better. I mean, Medium is great to get traffic. It's a pretty popular website, but for SEO, I mean, I used to post on there 8 years ago, 9 years ago to get that backlink, and that's when it used to work, but it doesn't really have that same effect anymore.
Wow. I mean, how do you make sure that you stay on top of Google Trends?
Yeah, so that's tough. But one thing, just to go back to the backlinks, is also a site like Medium, there's no relevancy. So the biggest part about SEO is relevancy. So you want to get published on sites related to you. Medium is just publishing anything. LinkedIn, publishing anything. There's no specific industry or niche. So finding related sites, that's going to be the way to do it for the backlinks. And staying up to date, it's tough. I mean, Google doesn't really announce that stuff all the time. Sometimes they'll announce these changes or the algorithm updates, but usually it's really behind the scenes. And it's just talking to other webmasters, seeing what's going on, joining like forums. Well, Facebook groups are pretty popular now, but in the past I joined like forums and things like that and talk with other people and see what's going on and just see what's going on. Did a bunch of people lose a bunch of traffic or did a bunch of people gain a bunch of traffic? Let's try to figure out what worked or what didn't work and piece it together and kind of reverse engineer it, because most of the time we're not going to know. Some websites get more traffic, some get less traffic, some don't even change at all. So it's tough. It's tough to really pinpoint things, but Moz is pretty good, or Search Engine Watch, Search Engine Journal, Search Engine Land are all pretty good websites to stay up to date with that stuff. But yeah, it's just reading, testing, and just testing as much as you can and seeing those results.
Yeah, that's so cool. So, like for instance, if I am a brand new business owner and I have a brand new website, what is the very first thing that I should do in order to rank on Google?
Well, if I were you, I would add more content, like a brand new website, just add more content to your pages and then backlinks, because content only does so much. The backlinks build that trust. So once Google starts trusting you, then Google's like, all right, what keywords do we want to rank you for? So that's when they start reading your content, the SEO title tag, meta description, your alt tags on your images, schema code, and all this other really technical stuff, header tags and things like that. But without those backlinks, Google's not going to rank you. So you could put all those keywords all over your website, make it perfectly coded, but without those backlinks, Google's not going to trust you. So
Wow.
kind of like a puzzle. You want to put all the pieces together. Some pieces are a lot bigger than others for SEO, and those backlinks are just such a big part of that puzzle. It's probably, I'd say like 60, 70% of what SEO is building backlinks and consistently building those backlinks month over month, not just building a bunch of backlinks and stopping, but continuously building those backlinks.
Wow. So, do you have a process when it comes to linking or building backlinks?
Yeah, well, I mean, first is look at the competition, and second is, or see how many I could get from the competitors, because if they're on that first page of Google, they're doing something right. So
Yeah.
let's see what they're doing and let's see what backlinks we could acquire on our own. But after that, there's only so many you get, because a lot of them might have been built in 10, 15 years ago, and those sites are going to be tough to be able to get a backlink from those older sites. So you have to build your own on your own, and that's by blogging, essentially, the blogging on other people's websites. So just cold emailing websites, pitching them some content and seeing if they want to publish it or not. It's really tedious. It takes a lot of time, but that's what Google wants nowadays, and got to make Google happy. So whatever they're looking for, we got to make sure we give it to them.
Yeah.
And that's what they're looking for. Because essentially when we're blogging on related sites. I'm not just blogging on a random site. I'm going to blog on some niche related sites, because that's the easiest way to get related websites to link to you, is by blogging on non-competitive sites, giving them some free content in exchange for a clickable link back to your website.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a win-win situation for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, SEO looks very simple. Sounds very simple. It's all about optimizing. But when you get to the point where you need to build backlinks, now that is very tricky, and it's kind of very I don't know if this is the right word to say, but disheartening or disappointing, you know. So what would you say to business owners like who are listening to this right now, who are feeling that, oh, that's a lot of hard work. I should just run Facebook ads or do Google ads instead of working on my SEO.
Yeah, no, it does take time, and it's just well, like even running ads takes time. You could set up an ad and throw it up, but that's not how you run ads. I mean, it's taken me years to be able to run ads properly, and it's a lot of testing and split testing, because it's easy to click that boost button on Facebook and Instagram, and that's how they make all their money, because they're like, yes, please click that. Don't go to the Facebook ad manager, because if you go there, then you get the targeting and all that
Mhm.
stuff. But it's overwhelming too, even going into the Facebook ad manager or Google ads manager. There's just so much you could do. But same with SEO, there's just so much you could do, but it's all about just piece by piece, taking it and putting it into chunks and realizing SEO, it's not going to happen overnight. So doing little things, even if you build one backlink a month, that's still a positive. That's still gonna, it's not gonna do any harm as long as you build good quality backlinks. If you're building low quality ones, I'd say don't build any. But as long as you're building a few backlinks every single month, even one backlink, that's not bad. It's not gonna do any harm. It's not gonna do any bad. It's gonna take time, but over time you see it slowly getting more and more and more traffic, and it's gonna keep on increasing over time. It does take time, but you do work on it, and over time you're going to get those results. It's going to pay off, and it's going to pay off because you don't have to spend money on ads. You have to spend money writing these articles or pitching these websites, looking at your competitors' backlinks, writing press releases. All that stuff costs money, but it's a fraction of the cost that ads are pretty expensive. I mean, Facebook ads are pretty cheap, but they're cheap for a reason. If you look at Google ads, you'll see how expensive they are because it works. People are searching on Google, there's intent, whereas on Facebook they're not searching, they're just browsing,
Yeah.
scrolling based on interest. It's a lot different, the targeting, and it's not as effective. It still works sometimes, but it's not as effective. It just depends. But just don't get discouraged. Don't give up on the SEO. Do it little by little, and you will see those rankings are going to start coming in. And you'll be like, wow, I'm starting to rank for all these new keywords. It's actually working. And check Google Analytics or Google Search Console. Those are free tools that will show you how your traffic's doing, because you might not see more traffic coming in, but you might be ranked on page 7 for all these new keywords. You're not going to get traffic because most people aren't clicking on or going to page 7, but Google Search Console will show you that you're starting to get more people searching for you, or more people are browsing for you. You're getting more keywords that are displaying in the search results. So don't get discouraged that you're not getting more traffic. Look to see,
Mhm.
is your rankings, are they improving? And Google Search Console, it's a free tool. That's going to show you everything you need to know about SEO. Google Analytics is great for traffic, but Google Search Console is all about SEO, and it's free. So if you want to see how you're performing, if you're doing better, worse, all that stuff is in Google Search Console, and it's free. So I would definitely jump on that, and that's going to help you stay motivated, because then you'll be like, wow, last month I got 200 keywords ranking on Google. This month I got 400 keywords. Even though you might not get more traffic, but you're starting to show up. And then you keep doing more and more SEO, and then those keywords go from page 7 to page 5 to page 2 to page 1, and then you start seeing the traffic starting to come in, and you'll see that hard work pays off.
Yep, I totally agree. Well, this has been fun. Where can people find you online, Brandon?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. And for anyone that's been listening, if you go to my website, seooptimizers.com/gift, I made a little special gift for anyone that listens to this
Mm.
podcast. So if you go to seooptimizers.com/gift, you can find that there and find ways to connect with me. I also do a lot of free other classes and videos and workshops and stuff like that. So if they're looking to learn more about SEO, that's going to be the place, is seooptimizers.com.
Awesome. I'll go check that out as well. I'm curious. Well, thank you, Brandon. Have a great day.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it, and have a great rest of your day, everyone.